everyone. Welcome to Flosstube number 34. My name is Candace. I'm a stitcher. I stitch, I knit, I quilt, multi-craftual. This channel is mostly about cross stitch. There is occasionally some quilting or some knitting. There is quilt pieces back here that are going to be a tree skirt. Nothing like waiting until 9 days before Christmas to decide what you're going to do for a tree skirt. You know. If you're new here, thanks for finding me. I know it's unless you did a specific search for me, it probably was just luck that you found me. There's a lot of Flossmas happening right now, and Vlogmas, and there's just a lot of daily videos popping up. So if you're new and you found me, I am so grateful. If you're returning, thank you. Thanks for popping back by. It is Wednesday, December 16th. So I should know that. Math, right? 9 days before Christmas. Oh, let's see. I have no quilting this week. I have one knitting whip. That's it. All the rest is cross stitch. So let's do the knitting whip first. This is my Dust of Snow. I am using, going out. I'm using the Fiber Studio Advent Calendar for this. So each little box, I open one each day, starting December 1st, ending on the 25th. So some yarn Advent calendars have 24 days and some have 25. Mine has 25, so I have 9 colors left. I started working on today's, so this was yesterday's color. And then this is today's color. So I did start working on it. I'm just getting right into the fading part. So I have one more row of this to do, and then I cut it, and then I do the section with this, and then I'll be done for today. So here's where we're at. Last week, let's see. All right, so last week is right where that snowflake is. We were in the greens. And then we went into the blues, but not for very long before we started into browns. So I'm still liking it. I'm very curious where we will go from here as far as colors. I hope there's some purple in it. Purple's my favorite color. But I am tracking my progress daily on Instagram. So if you guys want to see that, my Instagram is CandaceK31. So here's where we started. And then we have made our way down this way. So that's where we're at. This is the Dust of Snow wrap from Helen Stewart. She is the designer behind Curious Handmade. She lives in Australia, so you can find her patterns on Ravelry. Also on Ravelry, you can find me at CandaceK31, but I keep very detailed notes of all of my knitting projects. How much yarn I use, exactly what yarn I use, any notes if I did any adjustments or modifications to the pattern. I'm very detailed on Ravelry, and I always have been. I don't visit the site as much anymore. Cross Stitch kind of took over that, but I do still keep very detailed notes in my Ravelry. So if you ever have any questions about the knitting, you can always pop on over there if you want to see what I've worked on. My needles are getting stuck in my... Just ball the whole thing up and stick it back in the bag. The cats eye it like it's catnip. They're like, yarn! Alright, so there's that. Everything else is cross stitch. Cross stitch, yay! So, I hear little feet. I hope they're not coming down here. This is the second time I've had to start this video because my husband called. And generally he doesn't call me during the day when he's at work, but I knew there was a chance that he might have to stay over tonight, which means I'd have to take the boys to swim, which means no running out to get some more Christmas items. So he called and I thought, oh no. But it's okay. He's going to be out on time, so I'll be able to run over. We have an outlet here. We're very close to the Illinois border, so a lot of people from Chicago and the surrounding areas invade our small town to go shopping at the outlets, and they also like to purchase second homes here so they can escape here when all of Illinois shuts down. So our numbers stink. Our COVID numbers stink, thanks to out-of-towners descending on us constantly. Yeah. So I'm gonna hopefully just run into Bath and Body Works, find what I need, and get out. That's my goal. Because at this point, I can't order anything online and have it here on time. We all know the woes of shipping right now, and they are honestly, they're doing the best they can. I mean, we have our mail drivers for USPS are out well after they should be. I mean, they're out delivering packages constantly. The UPS guy, the last 2 days, I've had a package from UPS come. They were Amazon packages, and he's been driving a U-Haul truck. So my guess is UPS is giving their guys and gals a bunch of overtime, but they don't have enough trucks for everybody. So they rented U-Haul trucks to do deliveries. So, I mean, they're trying. They're trying their best, and I know I don't make it any easier on them by frivolously ordering things, but I can't help it. You guys are enablers. You other floss tubers and other stitchers I follow on Instagram, you're enablers. So let's get into whips. I am doing in Semi-Sane Stitchers whip wranglers. So I did an explanation of it last week. Basically, you take 20 whips if you have that many. If not, you just double up on some. And then you have 2 dice, a 20-sided die and a 6-sided die. Now, I have an app on my phone. I can just put one of each of those in the app and then tap it and it throws them for me because I don't have any 20-sided die. So, I think when I was on last time, I had rolled Summer Blooms, but I had not yet started it. So I've done 13 rolls since I saw you last week. And a couple of those projects were duplicated, so I'm not going to have that many whips, but I'm not going to go in order that I rolled them because this pile is kind of upside down. Like, the stuff I worked on first is at the bottom. Stuff I worked on last is at the top, but I have my 2 full coverage pieces that I worked on top because they sit in a different pile on the table next to me. So let's just go into it. I did roll, let's see, Christmas Pixie. I rolled this one twice, and I think I still have a picture of this one. Oh, I do. So this is Christmas Pixie. The artist is Reuben McHugh, and the company that charted it is Charting Creations. So this is not a great copy. The colors are a little wonky, but this is where I'm at right now. My first roll, I had rolled for 200 stitches, and right now I'm all in $37.99 land. So this was easy, like a quick 200 stitches. So then 2 rolls later, I rolled it again for another 200 stitches. So I got those done, and then I was sitting there Friday night maybe, and I just wanted to stitch on this. I really wanted to get to the flower right here and start working on that. So I'll see if I can get this close enough. My pile's in the way. You can see how this square right here, there's a little bit missing out of that corner. That's where the edge of the flower is. So I only did this diagonal by square because I was doing one color. I am not a 100 by 100 stitcher, or 10 by 10, you know, 100 block stitcher. I just did it because I wanted to see if I liked it. But I don't park. I think what I'm going to do for this one is cross country per page and then park into the next page if I need to. But generally I will just go to the end of a thread and then start a different color if I need to. So that's where I'm at on that. And that night I actually did oh, okay. So I did the 200 and 200 on Friday. And then I did 903 stitches on Saturday. Just sitting there watching Christmas movies and got 900 stitches done. So, that's where that one's at. And I love it. I'm very excited. I actually got 2 more of his that go with this. I'll show that when we get to stash acquisitions. So, I'm going to put this back in here. And then I rolled Carolyn Manning. Oops, upside down. This is Winter Path, and I'm sorry, this piece of paper is rough looking. So I rolled this one, and I think, let me see, just 250 stitches. So I did this blue right here, and then, oh, so I did these 2 blues, and then this right here, this little. So that's where I'm at on that one. This isn't technically full coverage because there is, like, in this line here, that will not be stitched. But it right here, I believe this is white. So I actually have to stitch white in there, which is fine. It'll look weird if I don't. So that's Winter Path. My little fox needle minder. All right, now we are going to, it's kind of backwards. So this one I worked on yesterday. This is, let me put that one back too. This is Glendon Place Woodland Winter. Woodland, right? Woodland Wonder. This was my birthday start. And I started it on my birthday and then I hadn't touched it again until yesterday. So, let go, please. The edges of the serging were caught in my zipper. Good thing I'm in my sewing space and I have ways of fixing that. So, for my birthday when I started, I had done just the one color on the border, just the lightest green. So, for my 300 stitches, I did all the other greens. And it's making this color look weird. There we go. That's a little better. Yes, this fabric is bigger than it needs to be. But that's okay. So I don't have my ring light on today. I wanted to see if it would make the colors more true. It is if I'm back here. So this is, I forget the color of fabric, hold on. Earthen by Picture This Plus. This is a 32 count Lugana. So that's where that one's at. So I got 300 stitches in on that. There are beads with this one. There is Krynic with this one. I am super excited to get to his antlers because they're all Krynic. They're so pretty. And I think the white snowflakes on the border, those are just B5200, and then it's supposed to be a strand of blending filament. Well, I think I'm going to go get some Etoile, some DMC Etoile, and do my snowflakes in Sparkle. Because I don't have blending filament, and really the only place I can go get that is to go to my LNS, and there's no way I have time this week, next week, or the week after. I mean, with Christmas right around the corner, it's not going to happen. So, I also worked on Silver Creek Samplers, Izzy Decayan. This was one that I started right around Halloween. And I am using, let me pull out my book because I can't remember. Izzy Decayan is on 32 count Sandcastle Jobelin. So basically I just did the bee. I had everything else done before. The wine bottle was already there. and I just did the bee in black. So I still got a ways to go, but I love this one. The fabric is amazing. The chart is amazing. I was kind of excited about this, even though it is, you know, winter, Christmas type stitching. I put these whips on here for a reason. I want them done for next year so they can be up. And I was really hoping to finish this one. Thank you to Janet for the Victorian Motto floss that she sent me last week. It's called Vermont Autumn. It is perfect for the pumpkins. So, let's talk autumn. Oh, good. Let me show you the chart. Sorry, glare. So this is on either a black or a chalkboard type fabric. I decided to use dusty green. See, without the ring light on, the color shows up true. This is a dusty green Joblin, 28 count. Yeah, 28 count. I got this at my LNS. I know the color changes as I get close, but I did the orange on the blessings, and then I did the pumpkins, their stems, and their leaves for those stitches. So this was the second roll for this one. Technically it'll go away now, but I'm probably going to pull it out in January and finish it because I don't have that much to go. All I have is pumpkin patch and these 6 leaves right here. So it's getting close, but it's close enough that I don't want to put it on my WhipGo board. That's not really a challenge, you know. And I'll probably talk about WhipGo next week. I have some ideas about projects I want to put on there, but I haven't sat down and actually figured out the 24 projects yet. So I'll probably go over that next week. This will be on the WhipGo board. This is Game of Swans from Long Dog Samplers. This was a Long Dog Leap Day sale start from Leap Day this past February, and I worked on it a tiny little bit, and then I put it down, and then I never picked it up again. So here is where I'm at right now, and I had to do 300 stitches on this one. So I did the little prince, the Prince Swan, Gosling, you know. So I did him, and this is on Silvery Moon, 32 count Silvery Moon Lugana. So that's where it's at. And I've only rolled this one once, so this one could definitely come out again either this week or next. I want to try and get every one of the 20 whips to be rolled twice, so that way I will have touched them all twice. I feel pretty good about that. And then if I have time at the end of the month, I'll show you that in a second. I know exactly what I'm gonna work on. So I had a second roll on Faerie Autumn Glow from Nora Corbett. This is my first of the pretty ladies. It won't be my last though. I really like this one. So this is on my needle minder is stuck. There we go. This is on 16 count Beach Walk Ada. And I'm sorry, it's super wrinkly. I put it in a Q-snap when I'm working on it, and then I just fold it up and put it back in the bag. So hold on, I got flosses everywhere. So I worked on a little bit of this purple here, a little orange there, and over here to get my stitches in for that one. So I don't know if there was a better way of going about that to, you know, make it not so many color changes. I'm sure there was, but I started in the middle, which is weird for me. I generally don't start in the middle, but on this one, you can't really start at the top left because there's no like true top left. I guess I could have started with one of the wings or started in the center with her head, but I just went full on for the skirt. Why not, right? So next we have, this was the first time I'd rolled this one for Whip Wranglers as well. And I had, how many stitches did I have on this one? Only 100. So this is out of Just Cross Stitch Magazine, June 2016. This is the collaboration between Priscilla Blaine and Hands On Design. So this is Seasons in Chalk Art Summer. So the top one was Priscilla's drawing, and the bottom one is Kathy Haberman's charting of it. So there's where I am. Oh, look, you can see me through it. Yay. So I did, let me get a hold of it here. I did this right here, like the loop for the R. I had part of the E done, so I did the loop for the R and then just finished off my my thread right there. So that's where that one's at. And I think I changed a couple of colors on this one to go with, yeah, just a smidge. I didn't change them much, but I don't have the list of colors with me. I can't tell you exactly what I changed. It still looks almost exactly like the chart, so. All right, I got this one out for a second time, but this needs to get done. So this is probably going to go on Whip Go because I don't see myself getting it done by the end of the year. This is Linen and Threads Mystery Stitch Along for 2020. And I'm using DMC. DMC 52 is the variegated one, and then I picked 5 other colors of purple DMC to go with. So I'm working up here. This is October. So October was this one, this one, this one, this one. It might have even been this one too. I feel like October was pretty big. So I'm currently working on this motif up here. And then December is going in this top area. And November goes down here. So, I mean, it's not like I'm super far, but I do still have work to do. So I think this one's going to go on Whip Go just because it needs to get done. And I'm afraid that once the year changes into the new year, I'm going to put it down and I'm just not going to work on it. So I am not doing their 2021. I'll look and see what it looks like, but it is a lot of stitching. And it's funny because I realized, and the reason I wanted to do Whip Go and Semi-Sane Stitchers and Full Coverage Fanatics and all these challenge groups is that I'm not good with a boatload of whips because my tastes, since I'm still technically a new stitcher, I've only been stitching for, what, 13 months now, just over a year. My tastes are still changing. And there are things that, you know, what if my tastes keep changing dramatically and then I have a whole bunch of stuff I don't like that's halfway done. So I think I really, this year I don't think I'm going to do Full On Mania. I think I might do like a Whip Mania. I'm not sure, we'll see, but this one is going on Whip Go because this is a beast. Started this for Mania, never touched it again until I pulled it out for a roll. This is Little House Needleworks Kringles. And this is on, I think this is a Silvery Moon Lugana as well. Let me check. Oh no, Whisper. 28 count Whisper Lugana. Oh look, if you don't look closely, it looks like I have nothing done. That's because all I've done is the snow at the top. That's it. And it's super wrinkly up there too. So just the snow. The first time I rolled it, I worked on the snow on this side. The second time I rolled it, I worked on the snow on this side. That's as far as I am. So this is going on my Whip Go board for sure. There is no question that this one needs to go on there. I'm using almost all the called for, but at the time when I got this, I didn't have a hand-dyed floss stash. So I did get the 4 colors that are used the most from Classic Colorworks, and then I'm just going to use DMC on the other ones. I may revisit that once I get down the roof a little ways, because I may have some of those colors now and I don't realize it. So that's something easy. Since I'm only on the snow, I can easily change to those other flosses if I want to. Alright, 2 more. So this one, it's so little and it's still not done. This was a Mania start. This is Doggy String from Lizzie Kate. And I rolled this one, did I roll this one once or twice? Just once. I've only rolled it once, and it was for 300 stitches, so the maximum that I could roll for. So I only had the A done before, and now I have more done. And I know it's really hard to see the bones. Hold on, let me try this. There we go. Now you can see the bones. They show up like this in real life, not like that. So you can see it. I did change the color because the color that it called for, I converted to DMC. I used the DMC conversion. The color it called for in DMC for this one matched my fabric almost exactly. And this is a 28 count mushroom Lugana. So that's where that one's at. So I'll hopefully have this one to show you again next week. Fingers crossed I roll it for a bunch of stitches, or I just get a wild hair and just keep going. That would be cool. So this is the one I rolled last week before I saw you. Little Dove Designs. This is Summer Blooms. And if you saw last week, you know I changed the fabric. I originally was doing it on Antique White Ada, and I switched it to I forget. Hold on. It's a good thing I brought this down here with me today. I wasn't going to. There it is. 32 count Platinum Lugana. So there we go. It looks so much better on this. So much better. So this, I believe that was my second roll for that one. Yes. So I did 200 the first time and 125 the second time. So that the 125 was like these little guys right here and that, and then the yellow for the middles of the flowers. I like this fabric so much better. I mean, for me, Ada has its place. This was just too light. You could not see the white on it. So that is it for Whip Wranglers. So, oops, I forgot to put this one back in. I did not work on Lizzie Kate's Christmas rules at all this week. I was too busy being obsessed with Christmas Pixie. So, okay, so this weekend we are going to my mother-in-law's. I do not know if any other family is coming, but we have a tradition. Every Christmas since my oldest's first Christmas, we have gone to the Toledo Zoo in Ohio and done the lights before Christmas. And it's not that far from my mother-in-law's, probably 10-15 minutes, but it's like the one tradition that I did not want to miss out on this year. So this year they're not doing it like they have in the past. They were doing by reservation only. So we managed to get tickets for this coming Friday night. So we are leaving Friday morning and we are heading over that way to my mother-in-law's. I'm still nervous because, you know, my husband and I have been super conscious and super safe about if we have to go anywhere, you know, with work. Our kids have not done anything except swim lessons at the YMCA twice a week since November 12th. So, we need this. We need to go. She needs to see us. She has not seen us since October, since my youngest turned 7. So it's hard because we did not go for Thanksgiving. But we're nervous, you know, we don't want to go and then have every other, you know, in-law show up, and then all of a sudden we have 15, 20 people, and that's probably going to freak me out a little bit. So I don't know. All I know is for sure we are going for the lights before Christmas. We'll definitely have to stay the night. We're not going to drive 3 hours there, do the lights, and then drive 3 hours back. So, we can at least get presents dropped off and stuff like that. But I don't know. My sister-in-law is nervous too. They live a couple hours north of her, and they're very nervous about possibly giving her something too. So it's rough. This season is so rough, and I'm kind of scared for Christmas to be over, because then what? January, February, March. When you live in the northern part of the country, even the middle part of the country, it's just snow and cold and dark, which is really going to affect a lot of us that have, you know, mental health issues. I'm on meds. It doesn't mean that those meds are going to be strong enough to get me through another, you know, bleak winter of not seeing anybody. So I don't know. We'll see. But since I'm not going to take all of my whips that I can still roll, I will roll up until tomorrow, and then I'm going to work on Lizzie Kate's Christmas rules for the weekend. So I am doing this on 32 count platinum Lugana. This is the exact same place where you saw it last week, if you watched last week. So, the green came in for this. It's in my pile. It's somewhere in my pile. Okay, it's in my pile. But the green came, and I also have a dark green that came in my floss fix. So one of those two greens are going to be the one that I will use for the darker green in this. So that's my plan for this weekend, is to work on this. And I will also take my my Advent knitting with me, because then I can work on that. Oops. Then I can work on that, like when I have my contacts in, if other people are there. It's easier to knit when there are other people around than it is to stitch. Because then you have, like, your threads and scissors, and if I have my contacts in, I have my reading glasses on, so, yeah. Okay. So, my other plan, aside from getting Whip Go ready, is I got 2 binders. I will keep my 24 Hours of Cross Stitch from 2020 in this binder, and then I got 2 new binders for the new stuff that she came out with. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but these are all my extras. So I have, here's the acrostics, and then the project trackers, which are neat because it's got like daily you can check off whether you worked on it. I'm going to use that for my bigger pieces, not little ones. I keep track of the little ones in this from Fat Quarter Shop. So, all the extra type stuff is in here. So fabric, there's a pattern inventory section, a section for floss, and then this one is just the months. So I did the year-long, the 2 year-long challenges. Then I have January, but I have these tabs here for the different ones, like plans, weekly planning, to-dos, notes, and reflection. And I'll move these tabs each month to the next month so that because I wasn't going to get tabs so that I had it in every month. I'll just, once that month's over, I'll switch them to the next month. So I need to start getting challenges put in these for the ones I know for sure that I'm going to do. So I at least have that part done. And then the calendar binder will stay with me upstairs. The other one I'll probably keep down here. So I'll show you this. I got my Madeline Stash 12-day advent in the mail. And Madeline Stash is a yarn company. So I've opened the first 4 days. I will just pop them open so you can see. So far, they have been unicorn tails. So Madeline Stash calls these unicorn tails. They are, I want to say they're 10-gram mini skeins. So we have this cool green. And then number 2 was like a black. Really, really dark gray. Number 3 was a really dark green. Super pretty. And I don't know what I'm going to do with these yet. I actually have a whole bunch of other unicorn tails I've gotten from mystery grab bags before. So, and then day 4 was this nice snowy white. And these don't have colors with them. I know the base just because I've used it before. It's their Tosh Merino Light base so far. So I've got 5 through 12 still. And then these 4, there's something in them. I don't know what it is, but there is something in them. So I'm just opening one per day until Christmas Day. On Christmas Day, I will probably open all of these too. So, these are so cool. It's just, I really like the way it's set up. This is like just one of those things where you can use it again and again. Maybe next year I'll use this and I'll put tea in it. I could totally do that. I could put tea in it. So, and then you guys saw my Advent shawl, so you know that I've been opening those. I just got these today. I got 2 new quilt patterns from Fig Tree. And obviously these are not going to get done for this Christmas. It's just not going to happen. But I think she just released these. And I had to have them. So I also did Fig Tree's 12 Days of Christmas. It basically was, each day they had a bunch of specials, and you would get on at whatever time they had said the day before, and hope that you can get it. So you buy a box, and then when you check out, you just say, I have a 12 days box. So I did not get nearly as much as I would have liked to, because a lot of the stuff, I didn't get there quick enough, and it was gone. So I did get some friction pens. These are great for writing on fabric that you're going to sew, like to draw lines for stitching, and then when you use an iron on it, it disappears. So I also have erasable friction pens, but now I have some other ones too. And then these I actually got because I'll use them in my cross stitch bag, but I got these adorable stork scissors. They're so cute, and they're very sharp. So, and then I got this charm to put on a bag. It's, oops, sorry. It's just a Moda sewing charm. It's like a ruler behind it, and then it has little sewing notions on it with a gigantic lobster clasp. So I'll probably put that on a bag. I got the Christmas Figs book. This is not going to come out of here right now. The Christmas Figs quilt book. Super excited. Here's the quilts on the back. So this is great because you could use any of those to make a block to make a pillow, or don't tell my scissors I just used them to open plastic, but I didn't get a chance to open this and look at them yet. I got a tin. These were super inexpensive. But I got a tin of vintage Christmas stickers. Oh, cool. So they are, I could use them as like to and from stickers on presents. So there are, it looks like there's 2 of each. Oh, neat. I wish I would have realized that. Those could be for Christmas cards. Stickers to stick down the back. There are Santa ones. Merry Christmas ones. Cute. December 25th. There we go. These are neat. So I got those. I think that might have been it. That might have been all I got. I think so. Okay, and then throw these away. I mentioned earlier that I got my floss fix from Fat Quarter Shop. These are the classic Colorworks ones, and they just opened up the Weeks Dye Works one, so I jumped on that one last night. So we've got, there are the colors. So this one is Petite Maison, Tea and Biscuits. We all know Tea and Biscuits is like a super popular one with Fat Quarter Shop and Priscilla and Chelsea. Mistletoe. So this is the green that I might use on Christmas Rules. Or I have the Weeks Dye Works next. This one is Balsam Fir. I'm actually already using this one in Christmas Rules. So, those ones might be too close together. Honeycomb. And Manor Red. I like this red. So then from 123 Stitch, here is the Bullfrog. So yeah, I think that's going to work better. Bullfrog will work better than this other one, because this is Balsam Fir. So you can see there's definitely a difference between those two. But if you look at, what was that? Mistletoe? There's not a whole lot of difference between those two. So I think this is going to work better. Okay, and then I got, so this fabric is for Madame Chantilly's Celebrate Christmas. So there is modeling in this. It's 32 count vintage Stormy Night. You can't see the modeling. Oh, there we go. Now you can see it. Probably because you could see through it. So I got this for Celebrate Christmas. I may start that and put it on my Whipco board so I can have it for next year. I may do the same thing with Celebrate Autumn as well. And then I got Madame Chantilly's Winter Hot Cocoa because I love it. And I'm totally going to stitch it this winter. Because I'm one of those people that stitches the season in the season. And then I got another hands-on design. This one is Cuppa Cuppa. I've done one of this collection so far. And these are going to go up by my husband's coffee area. So then there is, for Semi-Sane Stitchers, there's going to be a year-long challenge. It's like the alphabet challenge. So they do like one letter every 2 weeks. So I decided that I'm going to do Cord E Batacord. This is the Christmas sampler. So I'm going to do this one. Sorry for that glare. So I'm going to do this one. So I will work on this throughout the year. And when they call like the A, I'll do the A and then I'll work on one other little part. And then probably what I'll do is I'll get it started right here so I can work my way down to the A. I'll probably do that little, it's like a lantern with holly berries. I will probably do that part. So that way I'll have a reference for the A. So for that, I got this 32 count lamb's wool Jobelin. And lamb's wool is just a, you guys know, if you're new, it's just a plain, there's no modeling, no variations in the color, just plain lamb's wool. So I'm going to use that for this. She usually does all DMC. Still all DMC. She used Vintage Country Mocha for her fabric. 32 count Belfast linen. So, but yeah, I mean, there's not many colors in this. And I might even pull the DMC and then see what I've got as far as hand-dyed floss stash. So, I have a critter who just came. My oldest critter. What do you need, critter? I'm almost done.
Alright. Just asking.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stay down here and listen.
That's fine. You can stay down here and listen. So anyway, that is... Ooh, trying to drop stuff. That is all I have for this week. We got our Peloton this week. Which a certain child is touching that he's not supposed to be. So, I familiarized myself with it today. But we finally got it. We were supposed to get it over a month ago. So that's frustrating. Right?
Yes.
You want to come say hi?
Sure.
This is my oldest.
Hello.
His name's Owen.
Yes.
He's like my mini-me. You're so funny.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to get out of here so I can find out what these two yahoos are up to, because he had an e-learning day. The other one had school but got done early, so.
Yes.
Yes. So I will see you guys next week. Hopefully everyone is a little in the Christmas spirit, the holiday spirit, Hanukkah spirit. At least chatting with family, since most of us can't go see anybody, but I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you next Wednesday, right before Christmas. And hopefully I will have Whip Go totally planned. So, you want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye. See you guys next week.
I will see you next.